Maker. I'm a boss lady behind Ravelry Podcast, and I think this is episode 31 of my podcast. Welcome back if you're coming back, and if you're just joining me, I am a crochet designer. I talk a little bit of knitting, and I am so glad you are here. It's been a minute, so I'll just quick reminder everybody, everything about me is linked down below. I used to be Bella's Custom Crochets, now I'm Ravelry Podcast, all the social media and websites and all of the platforms are linked down below the video, as well as a link to my blog, which has show notes for anything that I might mention here. Yeah, it's been a minute. I didn't record once. It threw me off schedule because allergy season has been so bad this year. I don't know if you can tell, my eyes are still like, please don't put makeup on us. So we're minimal mascaraing it, but I pretty much do anyways. But the pollen this year has been so bad. I don't know about where you live, but I think here in Connecticut it's like 5 times higher or something than normal. And normally I get by. I have seasonal allergies, and then I also have cat allergies, and I have 2 cats. So that's a poor life choice, but I can't do anything about the pollen. So normally I get by with some like herbal tea stuff and some homeopathic earthy crunchy stuff. But like even this year, Zyrtec is not cutting it. I don't normally go for the antihistamines, but nothing is stopping the histamines at this point. So I have been like not breathing and itching my eyes out for like a month now. So I'm a little more functional as of right now, but I was like hiding inside for a real long time. And now it's really nice outside, so I've just given up, and I'm like, it's going to be like 80-something degrees this week. I'm going outside. Pollen, please leave. So yeah, that threw up my recording schedule, and then my husband has had finals, and this is our office, but if he's in here at night, I can't record. So yeah, I'm here now. Episode 31. Admin-wise, stick with me till the end, because I am actually redrawing. It feels like forever ago, but episode 29, we did a giveaway, and I drew a winner in episode 30, but nobody ever got in contact with me. So I'm going to redraw, throw it on the screen again, and you'll have until the next episode to get in contact with me. I'd really like to give out the prize, so pay attention. And I also have it's kind of like a crochet conference, almost like an online event that's going on that's going to be free that you're probably pretty interested in. So stick around for those bits at the end. And yeah, I actually have some design talk this time and more socks because that's what I've been doing. But yeah, so let's get into good stuff. Design-wise, I actually had to go back and check my notes because I was like, did I show you this already? I know I have shown you the Rainbow Shawl multiple times. We finally put an edging on it. So refresher course, Rainbow Shawl. It's a asymmetrical boomerangy gray and rainbow, hence Grainbow. Still haven't sewn in the ends. I like to make sure the testers are doing okay before I do that. I've learned my lesson. So we were up to about here last time, and I was iffy on the border. I ended up putting this edging on, and then I went through all like the books behind me for a like lacy edging, and I couldn't find anything that I liked that wasn't like clashing with the textures I already had going on, because there's quite a bit going on here. And I ended up coming up with something. I don't know if I like absolutely invented it because it's just some basic stitches combined, but yeah, I really like the edging that I came up with, and I think it just ties it all together so beautifully. So this is in testing currently. I think the testing period ends mid-June, so I'm hoping to have it out end of June, beginning of July. The tricky bit with designing finger and weight things is it takes a while to test them. So testers seem to be doing okay thus far, and I think it'll be pretty straightforward to get this one launched. But yeah, really excited. I just think it's so beautiful. Look at these textures. Look at these ends I have to sew in. I'm going to try to do better about not covering my face. I know YouTube has like auto captions and whatnot, but they're not necessarily accurate. A lot of times I'm watching podcasts and I just laugh at like what the internet thinks I'm saying. So yes, if you need to see my lips moving, I'm going to try to do a better job of not covering up my lips, because they're so cute like that. So that's the Rainbow Shawl. It's in testing. Very excited because that took a while with the rebrand and everything. And then I have a new design. And by I have a new design, I have some swatches. But a new design is coming. I don't know if you noticed, but there's a big gap in the shelf over here because there used to be some yellow yarn that was there for ages. I think my parents got it when they went to London, so it was back when people traveled. I can't remember. I think it was right after my daughter was born. I don't think it was the year before. So 2019 maybe. My parents went to London and I sent them with a shopping list. My mom's also a knitter and sort of a crocheter, mostly a knitter. They were going to Loop London, which is a pretty awesome yarn shop in London. So I sent them with a shopping list because I had like contacted the owner and been like, hey, can you set these? Or I actually asked her what she had in stock and she's like, oh yeah, I'll set them aside for you. Just give me your name, which was so sweet because I hadn't paid her anything. So she set aside skeins for me and then my family went and picked them up. So yeah, Life in the Long Grass. She's a dyer, I believe, out of Ireland. You can find her on Instagram. I don't know if you can read, but Litlg is Life in the Long Grass. It's kind of some scrolly font, but Life in the Long Grass. I don't know if this color is still available because, again, 2019, but it's the colorway Gorse, which is a flower which I believe blooms in all... See, I'm doing it. Which I believe blooms in all seasons in the UK, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like somebody said that, which is really cool. It's like a flowering bush thing, I think. Could be wrong. But it's a yellow flower. And this is her fine sock. I believe it's 75.25. Where is that? Where are you? Yes, 75.25. So I had my parents pick up 4 skeins of this, and I had been holding on to it forever because I wanted to design something with it, leaning towards a sweater. And so many times I've been like, I could just knit a pattern with this. I could knit it so easily. But I've been holding out because I wanted to design a crochet cardigan with it. And I've done the Manoa cardi before, but it's just like an open front cardigan. So I want to design something that's like more fitted, and because the Manoa is more like a duster length kind of tunic, long, oversized type cardigan maybe. Maybe it's my design. But I want to design something that's a little more, not dressy, but a little more fitted, V-neck, like buttons, whole deal. So yeah, with my improved garment knowledge since 2019, I feel like I'm ready to do it, and I really want this in my life. So I go, look at how beautiful it is. It's gonna look so good. So yeah, in theory, I'm gonna design a cardigan, and there'll be a pattern. You know that takes me forever because chances are I will frog it a bazillion times, and it is fingering weight. I'm being really mathy up front with this one. I'm getting better about like doing my due diligence with swatches and math ahead of time. I can't design the whole thing out, but I'm trying to have more of a plan so that there's not as much frogging. I say that every time, but like the Rainbow Shawl, I think I only frogged like the edging. Once I got like the initial beginnings, like how I was going to increase and decrease, I was good throughout, and then I frogged the edging a couple times because I didn't like it. But there's been like the Anik pullover and the Serenity and Shawl. Like I frogged those things like entirely over and over again, which is not the most cost effective time-wise. So I'm trying to be a little better up front. So it's going to be this, and then I think, I'm not positive, but I think there's going to be a ribbing edging in this Fiber for the People colorway leather. And I can't remember if this is the older version. I think this is the older version of leather. I think it's since gotten a little more greenish, like a green undertone to it. I used it in my Tenya. So this one's a little bit more on the yellowy browny side, and it has a little more color variation in it than I think her current dyeing of leather. But this is again 75.25 and by Fiber for the People. And I know this color is still available, dyed to order and whatnot. It's a color I really like. So I'm thinking I'm going to pair those, like, see, that's really pretty. I'm going to pair those for, like, the body of the sweater will be this, and then this I think is going to be the ribbings and cuffs and whatnot. I'm not sure, and I still have yet to calculate out the yardage, because I want to make sure I can get the sweater made in the 4 skeins, plus the 5th one, because I can't get more of this yarn, because it's from 2019, and it's in Ireland, so... Yeah, so I'm trying to plan it out really well so that there's no catastrophes there. But I know that for my size, for an oversized and like really boxy, it was like 10 to 12 inches of positive ease for the Anik pullover. I did it in 5 skeins. So I think, I hope that this is going to be more fitted. So it should work out. Because I don't want to be playing yarn chicken. But I'm going to show you my swatches. I have a lot of swatches at the moment, and I've frogged some of them and re-swatched some of them. But what I'm thinking of doing, where's the one I like the most? This guy? Okay, so here's the front. Here's the front, I guess. So it's not picking up super well, but it's a fairly fairly common crochet stitch, a variation of half double crochet, which is kind of my go-to. I keep using that in garments and whatnot. But I'm thinking what I want to do is work it this way. I know, right? I'm thinking, not positive. Like, instead of having the cardigan run this way, this is really helpful, right? This chest swatch. I'm thinking I want to run it this way, which is definitely going to be weird construction-wise. I've made one other pullover that had a construction where you went this way instead of like top down or bottom up. So you're working vertically. Cardigan-wise, it might be funky, and I'm still trying to wrap my mind around how I would do the sleeves with that. I think I have a plan, but again, all I have is swatches and some numbers on paper as far as sizing. So, in the works, it's going to be a while. I'll probably talk about it a bunch, and you'll probably see me frog it. Hopefully not as much as the last sweater, but still. So I would love to have that done end of summer, or out for end of summer, like beginning of fall. It's the cardigan. It's tricky. I definitely slowed down on the designing with the rebrand stuff, and it's my business, so I don't need to feel guilty about it. I set my own deadlines, but the last pattern I released, I think, was in March, and then I'm not going to have anything out until maybe the beginning of July at this point, and then if I do a sweater, it's going to bump it quite a ways, because I have to have it tested in like 8 sizes in fingering weight yarn. So yeah. Slowing down on the designs. I need to do some like chunky stuff for winter and speed it up a little bit, because I gotta put out more designs than just the couple. But yeah, stuff has been going really well with the rebrand and the website and the blog and YouTube and just all of that. Behind the scenes stuff has been going really well, and I've been learning a lot, which is part of what I'm going to talk about at the end. So stay tuned for that as well. But I've been putting a lot of effort into like the business side rather than just the making side. If you keep seeing like the fruit fly that keeps flying over, I apologize. 'Tis the season. So that is the design section. I'm so glad to actually be designing something again, because I felt silly being like, I'm a crochet designer. Here's all the socks I knit. Don't worry, I have lots of knit socks to show you now. But there are crochet designs. I need a selfish crochet project, but first I have to get this sweater underway. I'm designing, guys! Finished objects. Oh, also in case anybody wonders what my shirt saying says, it says crafty like a fox, and it was from Joanne like years ago. Just in case you're wondering what crafty is. It's not the greatest on camera. But yeah, finished objects. I finished some socks. I just slapped my thigh there. You probably heard that. Finished some socks, and the first finished pair I have to show you I can't show you them because I gave them to my mom for Mother's Day. So I think in the previous episode we talked about the Tesseller. I think that's how you say it, like tessellation socks by Unit. You like sheep. And yeah, I finished those off. They were a little too big for my fit, but my mom had seen me working on them and she really liked them. So I was like, oh, perfect. Mother's Day gift. Also gave her the 52 Weeks of Socks book by, I never know if it's Lina. People say it very differently. But that one, the 52 Weeks of Socks, got that for her. So she's very excited about sock knitting. Yeah, so I finished those. The designer commented on my Instagram post. I'll put a picture in here somewhere for you guys. And said they looked great. I feel like mine did not look as great as hers did. And I don't know if it was like a tension thing, but the top was in... There's a fuzz on my lip. The top was in mosaic knitting. Why did I say it like that? Mosaic knitting, which it was the first time I had done. So it's basically like, if you're not familiar, I feel like Andrea Mowry really popularized it with like the night shift pattern, shifty, night shift, all the shifting things. But it's like color work, but you're only using one color at a time, and then you're like slipping the other color up, and it is what created that like honeycomb situation on the top. And it is a free pattern. I wasn't sure last time, but it is a free pattern if you want to go download it on Ravelry, or possibly her website as well. I'm not positive. But yeah, if you want to play around with some new color work techniques, it's a really fun one, and it's a pretty basic pattern. It's nothing complicated. Just a little bit of counting as far as doing the slip stitches, but you can like clearly tell where they go. It's very easy to read. And then the foot part is like regular, 1 by 1? I forget. 2 by 1? I forget because I don't have the socks in hand. But little a little just stockinette color work with the little V stitches. Really basic. And yeah, I'm really happy with how they came out. I used Premier Serenity sock, maybe, in the color Chili, and Patton's Croy in the color Coal, I believe. I'll link them in the show notes for you. But a really budget-friendly sock with the yarns that I used, and a really easy knit and really fun and intriguing to look at. So it's something very different, and my mom really likes them, and they fit her good, so that's fantastic. And then the next pair of socks that I finished just this weekend, and I've already cast on another pair, don't worry. I'm just cranking out socks over here. The next pair that I finished is not a pattern, but they're so cute, and they make me so happy. They're kind of ridiculous, but I love them. Look them toes. Look them socks. I love them. So these are, again, any particular pattern. It's a 3x2 ribbing. And I did them on US size 1s. And I just used a bunch of scraps, or one was a mini. This was a mini, and then these were scraps from sweater projects. So this is Meteor Shower. I used it as the top of my like poof sweater, and I've worked it into several pairs of socks now, which is fabulous. The heel is in, I think it's Dijon by a chick that knits. And then the body of the sock itself, is in Seagull by Fiber for the People, which I also used in my Tenya. And I alternated 2 skeins doing helical knitting. Actually, what I did, I think, is I had like weird amounts left over, so I couldn't like just split it half and half. So I like started each one. You can tell the one in this hand is a little darker up here, and this one's a little lighter. And then I started alternating, but overall, I think they read okay. They're socks. Who cares? And then I panicked that I was going to run out of the main color to complete the like foot of the sock, because normally like this is where the toe starts. But I was like, whatever, I'll start doing something else. So I started striping the heel and cuff color. I think they came out so cute. I will say with the ribbing on the foot and then the stockinette in the like the extended toe, it is kind of this shaped. Because the stockinette doesn't pull in as tight as the ribbing, but we've already discussed that my feet are kind of this shaped, and my heels are much narrower than my toes. So it ends up fitting really well. And I really like a ribbed sock. It fits really nice over my arch. I did 60 or 64 stitches. Yeah, in US size 1s. Oh, I should have said this in admin. I forgot. Because I haven't podcasted in 4 million years. Or like a month. But I need to go back and add it to all my old videos, but I'll try to remember to link it under this one. I have added all of my favorite things that are available on Amazon. You know I'm all about shopping small, but usually crochet hooks and needles and most notion-y bits I've gotten off of Amazon. So I have made it's called like an Amazon storefront. So I'm not selling on Amazon, but instead of giving you all the separate affiliate links in every like blog post, it like compiles all of my favorites in like a little store. And I do get a commission on them if you purchase through my links, but they are all products that I use and love. So if you are going to shop on Amazon and you are going to buy crochet hooks, or you are going to buy, you know, a Stanwood ball winder, or any of the things that I've mentioned, there's, you know, those light bulb stitch markers that I love. All that stuff is now over there, and I have a category for books. I have crochet tools and knitting tools, stuff that kind of applies to both crochet and knit. What else do I have? I have a market, like category of like tables and tents and chalkboards and supplies that I found really helpful for markets. And I think there's one other category. Oh, podcast and video stuff, which I don't have a ton of tech there. But as I get more stuff, and if I would recommend it to you, I'm not just going to add stuff that I don't like. But if I would recommend stuff, it is now in my Amazon storefront. And I believe it's just amazon.com/shop/Fiber and Fox. But I will put the link underneath, and I will be linking it in videos henceforth, because it's a little bit easier. I'll probably do the individual links in show notes as well. It's something I really want to highlight, but instead of telling you every time that I love Hiya needles or Clover at More crochet hooks, they're going to be in the Amazon storefront. and I need to stop slapping my thighs. So I finished these socks, and I like them. So I think that's my finished object section for today. For whips, I don't have much. I mean, I showed you the swatches, so I am going to be casting on or starting or whatever you say in crochet a sweater design shortly. So that'll be more exciting next time, but this is my current whip. It is the cuff of a sock. So yeah, I cast on a sock today while I was sitting with my toddler by her kiddie pool. And it's some 2x2 twisted rib and some yarn that I dyed with avocados. There's my other flyer needle. By the way, the Hiya size 1s seem to always be sold out on Amazon, so if you can get them at your local yarn store, go there. But all the other sizes I have linked in that shop. So I'm using that yarn that I dyed with avocados and some leftover Megs & Co. I Could Live in Hope that I've made a different pair of socks out of. So it's a really, really awesome yarn. I'm not sure if she still has this colorway. I think I went to link it before and I couldn't find it, but Meg. I love this color. So yeah, I'm going to do a shorter, I don't know if I'm going to I just feel like shorty socks are going to fall into my shoes. And honestly, I don't really want to wear, like if I'm wearing shorts, I'm probably just going to wear some, white athletic socks. I'm not quite like I'm going to wear knit striped socks with my sneakers with my shorts. I'm not quite there yet. And Jojo is not a fan of the Birkenstocks with socks. And I know they're my feet, and I know I can do what I want, but I'm not sure I'm a fan either. I like to see the socks, but then I look down and I'm like, oh, Bella, what are you doing? And I harassed all of my siblings all of their lives and told them they couldn't wear socks in their sandals. So they hold me to that now. But yeah, I was going to mention this other thing in my finished object chapter. It's not at all knit or crochet related, but look, I made a plant that my cat can't eat. Jacopo is a notorious eater and vomiter of plants. Toxic, non-toxic, all of them. He ate like a whole cactus. Yeah, he just eats stuff. Like the other day we had to call the vet because he ate some brownies off the floor, like normal. I called the vet and they were like, was there anything in these brownies we should know about? And we're like, no, it's just some brownies. And he ate like a tiny chunk of brownie off the floor and his pancreas like freaked out and he went into like sugar coma. And he was walking like he didn't know his legs were going to hold him up. And we were like, is he going to live? And they were like, yeah, he probably just needs to work it through his system and throw up and whatever. And he's fine now. But yeah, so he just eats stuff knowing that he shouldn't eat the stuff. And then he'll like go back and eat more of the stuff. Dude, just please live. So yeah, I can't have any houseplants or like bouquets. And I have all these flowers outside and I would love to have them in my house and I cannot. But yeah. So I made myself a succulent that Jack can't eat because it's ceramic. I think I've talked about the Firestone is a local pottery cafe where you can go and paint pottery. I know I've shown the yarn bowl that my daughter did and we've done gifts for like all the grandmas and grandfathers, and it's a great gift spot. If you have a pottery cafe local to you, it is great for grandparent gifting. And all the holidays. But yeah, I went with my daughter on Mother's Day and she painted a teacup because she drinks tea now. She's fancy. A little chamomile tea. She painted a teacup and I painted this succulent. And I picked out all these colors and just started layering them on top of each other. And if you're at all familiar with glazing and familiar to know how glaze works, but not like really know, like not the artistry, just like, oh, this is glaze. I can identify glaze. I don't know how glaze works. So they give you like the little chips and you pick out what colors you want, but when you put it on, they're just like so muted and matte in like completely different colors. So I was like, this is either going to look real awesome or it's going to look real bad. And then I brought it up and the employees were like, oh, that's going to look so good when we fire it. And I was like, I hope so. And I think it came out really cool. So it's on my desk now. It looks a little wild on camera. It is a little wild. I think it's going to look really cute on my desk. It's got like these speckly, cracky. I put so many colors on here. This is not all one color. But I felt artsy. I'm not much for painting, but I will paint me some pottery any day. So I'll put you up there. Do you look crazy there? Kind of. You can come over here with the owl. That's not your home, but you can sit there for now. Oh, you're kind of cute. I escaped the camera. So yeah, I made that. And now that concludes my whips and finished object section. Okay. Couple more things I want to talk to you about. I'm going to draw the giveaway winner in a second, but I want to tell you about this because this is a really cool event that's going on and it's all online and accessible to everyone. I don't know if you've stuck around with me for a bit, but at the beginning of this year, I started Crochet Business Academy with Pam Grice, the Crochetpreneur. She's pretty well known in the community, but if not, go follow the Crochetpreneur on Instagram. She's fantastic. She's kind of the OG, people still say that, probably not, original gangster, of the like crochet business coaches. I know there's a lot of people who have like a buy my webinar, do my e-course, blah, 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 blah. I know I run a crochet business, so I can sell you this information. But Pam is actually really experienced. She has made 6 figures at crocheting and blogging and the like. My poor allergy eyeballs, guys. And yeah, she knows what she's talking about, and she has a background in, I believe, psychotherapy. Is that, Pam? I'm sorry if that's wrong. But she has a background in, I think, some kind of therapy. I think it's psychotherapy, where she's really able to help guide you as far as how you work as a business owner, because not every, like, here's a 5-step plan works for everybody, and how they're organized and how their brain functions and just their motivations and just who they are. People are different. So her background there is super helpful. So she has this whole Crochet Business Academy, and I'm going to be doing a separate video on that soon because she's going to be relaunching on a new platform and has some new perks. So I will be doing a video when she does the relaunch, but coming up early next month, she's doing a Crochet Business Summit, which is basically a fancy name for online crochet conference, and it definitely applies to knitters too. I want to say that it's going to be crochet focused. She's very much crochet focused, but if you happen to have a knitting and crochet Etsy shop, or you run like a knit Etsy shop, or you design knit patterns, fiber arts is probably a good, I'm losing the words here, but you'll get something out of it either way. But it's a free event, so stick with me, free event. And I have notes here I want to refer to just so I get all the goodies in there. So it's going to be June 3rd through 7th. So June 3rd through 7th, and then there's a bonus day on the 8th. So it's 5 days, and it has 30 industry experts, so people that you know and love. She's got some really big names. She's got Melissa from Woods and Wool. She's got Chantel from Knititude. Courtney from, what is it? Creations by Courtney, I think. Marley Bird, big names, people that you know. She has done pre-recorded sessions with them, so they're not going to be live. They're going to be pre-recorded sessions from 30 industry experts over that 5-day span, plus the one bonus day, for free. And basically, it's going to be crochet focused, and I will put a registration link down below. I will disclose to you now, it is totally free, but if you do any of the upgrade perk type things and sign up through my links, I am an affiliate. But I honestly really, really believe in Pam and her programs, and it's made a tremendous difference in my crochet business. Like, I feel more confident and have had the best sales that I have ever had this year, implementing stuff with Pam and just being in that community. It's been so helpful. So this isn't the Crochet Business Academy, but this is a event put on by Pam that you'll then have an opportunity to join into the Academy at the end if you'd like, and if not, you just want to do free stuff, come for the free stuff. But basically, she did a breakdown of it, and I'm just going to summarize here, and I will put some more info into email, so if you're not on my mailing list, that is linked down below as well. So I'll be sending out some more info about signups and what's going on throughout the summit, but 6 sessions each day, starting on June 3rd. They're going to begin at noon Eastern Standard. It's 10 Mountain Time for her, but noon for me, Eastern Standard. And each session pre-recorded. They're not going to be live. Like I said, pre-recorded session is going to be about 25 minutes. And you will have access to each day's sessions for, I think she said 36 hours. So if you can't catch them and you're working or kids are at home or whatever, you can watch them later on in the evening. They will be scheduled out throughout the day, so there's no overlap. If you want to watch them, the industry experts, the people behind the videos, will be in the chat live if you want to chat with them and catch the videos live, kind of like a YouTube premiere type thing. But if not, you'll be able to watch them for 36 hours after the fact. So there's going to be 5 days of that, 6 sessions every day. There's going to be a private Facebook group that you get to join where we can chat and ask questions, and she's already got that started and dialoguing in there. So yeah, there's going to be 30 sessions. And with that, there's going to be opportunities to upgrade if you want, but if you're there for the free stuff, like it's going to be packed full of awesome. I've seen some of the people that she has coming, and I have not participated in this summit event before, so I'm very excited to do it. But knowing what I know about Pam and CBA, it's going to be phenomenal. So besides the free, there's an option, and it's all going to be linked below if you want to read Pam's words, because she'll do a better job explaining it. But there's an all access pass, which is going to get you not only all the free stuff, but worksheets and transcripts of all of the sessions if you're not able to catch them that day, or maybe you're on vacation, or maybe right now you don't have, you're not designing right now, but you would like to be designing in the future. If you want to have those sessions lifetime access. And like I said, it's going to be for designing and finished object making. So there's going to be something in there for everybody. Branding, marketing, all the good stuff. So there's an all access pass that's going to be sessions, transcripts, and all the worksheets. And then there's also a crochet power pack, which is going to be all the free stuff, the worksheets, the transcripts, the sessions, 2 co-working sessions, which is kind of like a Zoom call where you all pretend you're working together, and you can leave your camera on or off, but mics are off and you're all just kind of working together, which is something we do in CBA. And I don't always get to make them, because as soon as my daughter sees I'm on camera with a Zoom call, she's like, "Oh, a meeting, I'm getting in on that." But it is really helpful, and it just creates a accountability, which is something I love about CBA. So you're going to get a little taste of that. And then there's 2 group coaching sessions. So she'll be grouping all the people, or coaching, and she's an amazing coach, coaching all the people in the Power Pack group. There's going to be a drawing for one. You could be one of 4 hot seat calls, she calls them. It's something we do in CBA as well. And I've done one recently, and it's very helpful, where they pick like 2 people, and everybody gets on Zoom, and they call kind of all, it sounds scary, analyze your business together. You come on with a couple questions. You're like, "Hey, I just opened my Etsy shop. Like, how are things looking? Do I need to work on my bio? What do you think of my photos?" And people lovingly and helpfully critique, and Pam gets her advice. But if anybody else wants to chime in, resources or tips, they do that. So there's going to be some hot seat calls. And then there's also a whole pack of stuff that's been submitted by both the speakers and affiliates, different ebooks and courses and downloads and PDFs and all manner of resources from our CBA community, as well as all the people that she's invited as guests. So that's going to be all in the Crochet Business Power Pack. And the pricing on those is going to be tiered. Like if you sign up right away, it's a little bit cheaper. If you sign up before the summit starts, it's just a little bit more. And then if you wait till the summit has started, it's going to be its most expensive. So I will put those prices down below, and you can check it out there. But even if you just want to come for the free, like I said, totally, I'm so excited about this, and I know you're going to love it. So yeah, check out that. And I am going to be doing a video on CBA, like I said, kind of doing my review of it. I'm still working. I think I'm like 70% through the program, or the basics. There's so many other resources and videos and stuff I haven't done, but it has helped me so much with organizing myself and just having the accountability of the Facebook group and this community to do the co-working sessions. And I'll talk about this in the other video, but oh my goodness, CBA has been so helpful. So helpful. And I'm really excited about her relaunch with the new platform and some new perks and goodies. So yes, CBA, Pam Grice, the Crochetpreneur. Go follow, get on that. If you want to sign up to my link, I appreciate it. And if not, do it anyway, because you won't be sad. And now we will redraw a giveaway winner. In episode 29, I introduced this fabulous giveaway. And I had lots of entrants. And then entries. And yeah, then the person didn't contact me, and I was a little sad, because it is somebody who I know has very frequently left comments and watched the podcast. But to be fair, I said you had to contact me, and I wasn't going to hunt you down. So if you forgot you entered in episode 29, maybe go back and check. But I will refresh your memory on what we are giving away. So you're going to get a PDF, digital, emailed to you or through Ravelry copy of the Dandelion Drops. I didn't check myself there. Dandelion Drops wall hanging, because I have lots of dandelion patterns. It is, I don't have the big one. This is the mini version that I made in smaller yarn, but this one, in my shops and on the blog and all of that, Dandelion Drops. It's a cute wall hanging pattern with dandelion stitch, so I'm going to give you the pattern for that. I'm going to give you the yarn that I made it in, which is discontinued, so you can't get this anywhere else. Well, I mean, maybe somewhere else, but let's pretend this is exclusive to me. This lovely chain plied cotton by Wool Addicts by Lang Yarns, and it is a sunshine yarn in the colorway something boring like a number. But yeah, so I'm going to give you the yarn that you need to make the wall hanging, and then also some fun stickers that kind of went along with the theme. These are both by Block 21 Prints. This one says Love Heals and has some, I don't think they're really dandelions, and this is clearly a sunflower. It says Go Forth with a graceful, and I always have to read it, graceful and generous spirit, because it's really hard to read on camera backwards. But these are both by Block 21 Prints, a fantastic Connecticut artist, and then this by me. Fiber and Fox logo sticker. It gets so glary. Not being glary. It's just too shiny. There's a couple of these left in the Etsy shop if anybody wanted to snag one. And thank you for those of you who have. But this is my new logo on a sticker. And these are all water resistant and weatherproof. So they can go in the dishwasher, they can go on your car. I stick them on my laptop. They're fabulous. And we get them both from the same place, and they are very sturdy. So you will get all of these things. I have not drawn the winner yet. I will put it in when I'm editing, but hey, you there, you're the winner. Please contact me. You can contact me at bella@fiberandfox.com. Bella@fiberandfox.com is my email, or contact@fiberandfox.com will also work. Or you can jump on Instagram, fiber.and.fox, and send me a DM, and I'm going to just need your email so I can send you over the pattern, or your Ravelry, and then, yeah, your physical mailing address. And I had said you could enter if you were outside of the U.S., but we'd have to discuss shipping, but I'm going to ship it to anybody in the U.S. So I will contact me, people. You there, the one with your name on the screen, you're contacting me if you want that stuff. I really want to send it to you. So please, please win it. And yeah, my camera's saying the battery is low. So we're going to wrap up here. Thanks for being here. That was shorter than I would have expected, and I'm very proud of myself for that. Probably talked fast. But thank you for joining me for episode 31, and I will see you guys soon with hopefully a partial sweater cardigan, maybe. More than a swatch. A sad story about why I frogged what I had. I don't know. We'll find out. But I'm so excited to be outside in the sunshine, and I've been bringing my yarn outside, and it's been great. And I hope you guys have some sunshine and happy yarn times in your life too. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you soon. Happy making. Bye.